honestly, I look at you as one of the leaders of the Nation of Islam, and definitely one of the voices that are very clear to the people. And now, given the history of leaders within the Nation of Islam and all the dirty tactics that the government has used to kind of destroy and silence our leaders like that, when you start to think about, again, people like Marcus Garvey,
yes,
and what he was trying to do, like get us to go back to Africa and rebuild as Africans in America, and what happened to Malcolm X, and the Honorable Louis Farrakhan being deplatformed.
Come on, man. It really did.
Yes. And even at this point of your journey, like you have the FBI show up at your door.
Yes, sir, multiple times.
And so there's a target on you as well too. Like they're watching you. What makes you continue to push with the resolve you have, knowing the possibilities of what has happened in the past?
First thing I'll say is when you do it from the sincere position of it is your mission to do this, then you've already made peace with the outcomes.
Okay.
Wherever that is, whenever that is. So I don't do it for show, obviously. I don't do it for money, obviously. If I did it for fame, then I would have shut up a long time ago about things that were taking me off of those platforms.
Right.
So it's not about that either. But it's sincerely because I see this system. I see the condition of our people. I don't like it. I want to do something to change it. And I have dedicated my life to do just that.
Yeah.
In however ways I can, education, providing solutions now in industry and business, etc. That's where I'm going. When it comes to the history of our leadership, there was a mission that they had. And it was here and it was here.
Yeah.
They felt and believed that it was divinely appointed. They were given that mission by God to do.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the tenacity, by the drive, by the energy, the dedication, and the constant, confident momentum.
Yeah.
There was nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm not out here to be on social media just to do this. I'm not out here to make you do this or look good for it. I don't give a damn about what any of you have to say. I'm going to do what needs to be done. I'm not going to be foolish, though. It's not getting twisted because I know there are these factors, and we're taught by Minister Farrakhan that our righteousness will sustain us in the last day.
Absolutely.
So you got to be clean. I'm going to say this too, brothers. Some of y'all get out here and you parrot revolutionary behavior.
Yep.
You think you know about this enemy until this enemy knocks on your door. Then you're like, I'm good at math.
Yeah. And your resolve goes away.
Yeah. You're like, I'm good at, you know what? I'm good at paint. And I'm going to just start painting. Shout out to the painters. I'm just saying, for those who get out here talking tough, and then they start changing their tune, like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I want to do this. See, again, it has to be in you, not on you.
Yeah.
Do not pretend to do this. It's not something that's a trend.
Yeah.
Even though it's trendy now to say, oh, I'm woke, or I'm a revolutionary. Yeah, okay, that sound cute. It sound cute. You're not on government watch lists. You're not on the Department of Homeland Security, which, by the way, I'm on the Department of Homeland Security's watch list here in Georgia. Interestingly enough, I found it out, I think, 2 months ago. I said, I don't know how, but okay, fine.
Right.
FBI watch list, White House disinformation dozen list, and now I'm on a new list that NBC just put up there. They said I'm in the top 6 voices where disinformation is concerned. NBC just did a new article on me about 3 weeks ago. And of course, we obliterated them on my new episode of my podcast, Intellectual Extremists, because I find it to be very insulting and at this point very old.
Yeah.
It's just sad. So I'm aware of the dangers, but I'm also aware of the benefits.
Yeah.
And again, if I were to be, let's just say, taken out tomorrow, I'm pleased with that if God is pleased with that.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that Satan can do anything that God doesn't want him to do.
Yeah.
That's my belief.
Yeah.
Now, it may not be yours, bro. You got to be careful. I done heard plenty of people, you got to be careful, but I know, nigga, you be careful.
Right.
And be careful with how you try to bring your cowardice over here.
Right.
Don't water me down.
Right.
Like you just say you can only do so much. Okay, then go over there. Yeah. But don't come over here because I don't do it for show. Sorry. I know you probably seen a couple people who just do it for the camera. That's them.
Right.
It's not me. Brother Rizza Islam is quite literally this. On camera, off camera. You're going to see I'm a real person. Like brother said, yeah, all that cool, fun and games. We have fun and balance. But in real life, I'm very aware of how this enemy moves, man. Yeah. And it's my duty to educate our people. And like you said, the next generation so that they know because until we have our own system of things, this is the system that we're living under.
Right. And I always remind people, I'm like, all right, so yeah, you know what they're capable of, but do you know who I work for?
Come on, man. Come on, brother.
Like, I'm not only am I protected,
Yes.
but your perspective on life is totally different from mine.
Come on.
I believe that I'm not only existing right here, right now, but in the past and the future simultaneously.
That's a fact.
And so when my work is done here, it's just done.
Come on.
But here's the thing. I'm not looking to be a martyr.
Of course
I'm
not.
not looking to die for my people. I'm looking to live for my people.
That's a fact. Yes.
And people have to understand that perspective, because what happens is when you lean in the opposite direction, you're giving the enemy more energy.
Correct.
And so it's just really important for people to understand that, like, when people are doing the work for us, like the way you're doing, give him energy in the opposite direction so he can continue to do the work that he's doing.
Speak life into them, not death into them.
Absolutely.
I'll just mention this. Minister Farrakhan said, "You don't have my mission."
Yep.
He constantly tells people that when he used to be confronted with people telling him, "Brother, you should be careful, Minister, we love you." And he just look at them and say, "Why don't you," he said, "if you see me lifting up a table, rather than telling me how heavy the table is, why don't you get on the other side of the table and lift that side up?"
Yeah. Or get the hell out the way.
Or get the hell out the way. Yeah. That's all. And that's all. See, again, we have to be wise, but again, be honest about this enemy.
Yeah.
Don't tempt Satan.
Yes.
See the difference. There's the big difference with Brother Rizza. What you're not going to see is me auditioning to be called a revolutionary, auditioning to be called. I'm not out here. I'm not. This is not entertainment.
Right.
Right. I'm not in front of the White House protesting, throw my fist up every couple of days. That doesn't do much.
Right.
Okay. Like, let's just be. These are not symbolic gestures. We're doing work that gets this enemy to recognize us for real, because the work we're doing is that legitimate.
Right.
You do not get put on a White House watch list because of just some posts you make. Okay? Like, we have to understand, oh man, they took down my post, man, they watching me. No, it's probably because you just violated the guidelines, you put some craziness up, whatever. And yes, they're censoring everybody too, yes. But legitimately, when your name comes across the White House desk, you have done more than just put some posts up on social media.
Absolutely.
To get on that list, where 12 U.S. attorney generals come together to analyze you, where you start getting put on all mainstream platforms, domestic and foreign, when you start to get discussed by that level of people and that caliber, and the president of the United States utters your name. There is a big difference here from some damn social media posts versus boots on the ground, grassroots work that changes the condition of the people, that makes Satan say, this person is a problem. Yeah. That's where it goes. And guess what? You don't want that. This is not a life you want. Right. So let me just, I know I may look, I may make it look fun or something. I don't know what it is, because I truly enjoy fighting for my people. I love it because it's my mission. But don't y'all try to get out here and say, that's what I want to do. No, be careful what you're asking for. Right. All right. Don't run towards this, unless it's your mission. Yeah. Seriously. But I just have to mention that, brother, because if it's not your mission, don't try to force yourself into it, because you're going to end up in a wrong place.
Find your purpose, stay in your lane.
That's right. Keep your motive clean.
Yeah. And what people have to understand, you've had 2 cases, false cases, brought against you that have been dismissed.
Correct.
But they don't understand what it's like to be on that chopping block.
Come on,
of brother. Somebody coming against you as well, too. And not only coming against you, as an individual sometimes, but also what's behind that individual, the support that negativity has behind it. So a lot of people just don't understand at the end of the day, like, if you could do anything for this brother, the thing that you need to be doing is pushing positivity his way.
Come on.
And when people like this who step up to create the negativity, to create the dissonance between what you do and what they want the world to believe who you are, the best thing that you can do is stand forth with him.
Absolutely.
That's all you need to do is say, nah, I'm with Rizza. Mm-hmm. I believe in this brother. His boots have been on the ground for almost 20 years. Mm-hmm. Instead of just sitting idly by and watching it like it's a film.
Come on now. Come on, brother. Yeah, one year ago, last month, 1 year ago from last month, makes it a year of my case being dismissed. Yeah. After a decade of fighting for my innocence. Been offered 6 plea deals. Took none of them. up to the very day before. They called my attorney the day before trial, trying to give us another plea deal. Hey, look, you might want to take it now. We're going, hey, he got 20 years. He's looking at, we could do this. And brother, I was so confident. Again, when you know that you're innocent of something, a clean heart can't get hurt.
Yeah.
It don't matter what nobody says.
Yeah.
I don't care what you have to say. I did not do that.
Yeah.
10 years, went to court over 36 times in 10 years. Didn't matter what part of the country, the world that I was in. I had to fly back, be in that courtroom to be honest and just stand up for what I believe and what I know is true.
Right.
And people were coming against your brother. And now all of you punctified, weak Negroes are quiet.
Yeah.
Because you don't have faith in good people. And I feel very embarrassed for some of us out here who ran with the nonsense. But again, case was dismissed a year ago last month.
And you didn't see any news about the dismissal.
No. Oh, no. You know what? Good point, right? ABC, this is hilarious because it was running on all the mainstream media and all that when they were accusing me and running with it, and I was like, this is interesting because as studying history, I was like, dang, so this is how it works. I was watching it actually in awe because I was like, this happened to this person, this happened to him, to her. Yep. They do the same character assassination, smear campaign. Oh my God. So I'm more so intrigued. Yeah. My research brain as a student, like, wow, they really do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said, okay, so what's going to come next is this. So if I stand strong, stand firm, case will be dismissed because my innocence will be proven. Okay. Yeah. And people say, you don't know what's going to happen. No, I'm pretty sure after a while because what they said was so astronomically outside of your brother. It was crazy, but ABC 7 called my attorney. The case was dismissed in under 5 minutes on the first day of trial because they said we don't have evidence to move forward at the time. And so he said case dismissed. We went downstairs. ABC 7 called my attorney. They said, what happened? ABC 7 was more shocked that it was dismissed. I'm like, and then I told him to tell them, I said, ask them, aren't they happy? Aren't they happy for me?
Yeah.
And so they said, well, we do want to interview both of you. And my attorney said, no, yeah, we'll meet you at the park right now. Sure. We went and did an hour interview. No, 35-minute, interview with ABC 7. And they kept trying to say things to make me look guilty in some kind of way, to give me this overstep. And they kept asking the same question over and over again to see if I would change. That's what they do, psychology, right? And it wouldn't change. And I said, and why didn't you report the fact that I was innocent? My case is dismissed. Why aren't you not going to report that? The next day, didn't air. Day after that, didn't air. And if it doesn't air after 48 hours, it will not be airing.
Right.
So, and I find that to be, that's horrible. That should be illegal. Right. Where if the case is, the accusation is broadcasted, you should have to broadcast the dismissal.
Absolutely.
So they did it, but on the internet in a small article.
Yeah.
But you should have to broadcast it the same way you broadcast the accusation. The case was dismissed and you should have ABC, shame on you. And by the way, my team has the whole interview.
Yeah.
So we're going to put that out.